Hello and welcome to another beautiful morning here in my Space Engineers Valley. It is so picturesque. Hence all the effort that I'm doing to tunnel underneath the ice instead of putting a whole bunch of ugly industry all over the place. But let's continue on with that. Today, it's almost going to be sort of tutorial-esque, as we are going to be talking about, I'm not sure what to call them. Cascading projectors? Projector recursion? I don't know. But it's where we are going to have blueprints that have projectors inside of them that have blueprints within those projectors. And how many times can we actually stack that until the game decides just no, it's gonna explode on us? So we've made some excellent progress here with the tunnel down underneath the ice, down through our completed elevator and into our dark tunnel, flying down to the end at great speed with our spectator camera. We have reached the end. This is as far as the worm will go, most likely. It did the heavy lifting of allowing me to just say, hey, worm, you know, using your timers, just do your thing and dig out a whole bunch of the space. And then I took down the drill and fills in order to nicely shape the tunnel all of the way. And we are here at the lighthouse. And as we can see, the blueprint for the lighthouse lines up perfectly. Oh, that is so nice. Just, I'm so happy that I ran those traverses before I, started building this entire base, because that feels really good to get everything aligned properly. So we will get that all built out, and then there's going to be the elevator here going up, and then some access from the ice lake. So then we can actually, right now, they're kind of stuck in the hangar, my little paver and any other rovers that I do build in here. But I'll actually be able to drive them down through the tunnel, up the other elevator, and out, which would be kind of fun. But we want to recur some projectors. So let us pop into my testing world. And the reason why we're doing that is that I want to make sure that everything I build is on this 9x9x7 interior sized square, which is 11x11x9 exterior sized. And if we go down the entire way here, I don't know if where this is positioned, if it's on that grid. So I may need to move it a little bit left or right. Hence, I want to build out the tunnel before I start building this. And also, I need to connect this to there and build building repairs the entire way so that I can actually build this entire thing. But anyway, we'll save the changes here and we'll load into the testing world. And we're going to talk about recursion, because I think this is going to be a very powerful thing to work with, as you could conceivably have a ship or a station that starts out as a very basic core, like a single refinery, single assembler, single cargo pod, single projector, single build and repair, single battery sort of thing. And as long as you feed it resources, it will automatically expand itself until it reaches its full potential and is fully built out. How intense would that be if you were fighting an enemy whose ship could automatically rebuild itself even if it was blasted down to the smallest portion? Or a ship that you've built that is trying to say, could get cracked in half and would be able to rebuild itself multiple times. Pretty cool. So, to demonstrate this, I'm going to eventually use it on this sort of tunnel block, and I'll use the method there. But to demonstrate this, we're going to use it on this really simple thing. It's just a battery and a projector, and we're just going to take a blueprint of that, and it should be big old testing sort of thing. Let's go down to here, go into the menu, go to the projector, go to blueprints, and find my testing. And let me just pop into spectator camera, bring over my camera so we can see where it is oriented, and I want to move that so that it is going battery, projector, battery, projector, battery, projector going forward. So let's do that. We'll give it a little bit of an offset, and then we'll pitch. There we go. Battery, projector. Now, in this situation, we have the original blueprint being projected forward. So this projector here, if I build this out, doesn't have a projection related to it. And we redo that and tell the projector to keep projection, please. So this original projection is just this original blueprint has the projector, but that projector itself has no blueprint related to it. Now this projector has a blueprint related to it, and that attribute is saved if I blueprint it. It's so, like, we're gonna get into some like inception levels here. So if I blueprint a projector that has a blueprint, like so, I get testing 1 because there was something already there named testing. And if I go in and I go to my projector and I go and put on testing 1 instead of testing, now instead of it stopping once I've built this projection like it did just recently, it automatically projects the next one. So now testing is just the 1 that it goes forward. Testing 1 recurs again. So now what we can do is cut all this back again. And we can then say, okay, now that I've put testing 1 into this blueprint, I can blueprint it again and get testing 2 and put into it. And then blueprint it again, get testing 3 and put it into it. And you can just keep doing this as many times as you want. Each time you do it, you add another step, another recursion into it. So now we're going to get to testing 5, and then I'll put that into the projector. So now when I build this out, it just keeps going. And it goes the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in total. How many times I've done it in the original one. Yeah. So you can have blueprints cascade forward using this method. So my idea with that is I'm going to set up this tunnel section, and let's go through what I've done. I have a build and repair at the bottom. I've already named this build and repair tunnels. The block is toggled on. It has all the settings I want. It's set to fly. We want it to be grind if weld is stuck. This all looks good. The sound is what I want. This is all good. So this is ready to rock. It's already in build and repair group 1, so as it's added to my base, it'll automatically start requesting resources from the assemblers. And if I want here, I want to go to call this a little bit less here, modular tunnel section. Okay, modular tunnel section. The conveyor here is right in the center. Right there, underneath the center of the whole thing. So yeah, it's ready to go. So let's go into here, and we'll blueprint it. Then we will temporarily add a battery, and then we'll stick a blue projector on the end of it. Just like so. Now let's go into the settings of the battery here using the spectator camera as well. Just going to look at the keypad, go into spectator camera, and as long as I'm still looking at the keypad, I can still press K and access the control panel. I can go to the projector, go to blueprints, find modular tunnel section. Now, unfortunately, stop build and repair. Don't automatically build things right now. You're not helping me. Sometimes build and repair is annoying. Okay. So then I can set myself back up. Go to that projector, just looking through my screen here. And setting this forward a little bit to... it should be there. And I want a little bit of horizontal offset to there. And good. We'll also make sure this is keep projection. So that is set up. This projector is holding this projection. We can now cut the base off from that power, because I don't want that battery being part of the projection. And we can turn the build and repair back on. Now I can blueprint it again. This is tunnel section _1. Then I can repeat the whole system again. Got to turn this thing off. Unfortunately, that's the annoying part. Reconnect the power. Go back to the projector. Go to that modular, and instead of tunnel section, go tunnel section 1. Cut the battery off again. Turn this back on again. And make another blueprint again. And then repeat this process for as many times as I need. And I'm going to do this. Oh, God. I'm thinking I'm going to do it so that I have tunnel section 1, tunnel section 5, tunnel section 10, that kind of thing. So that I can determine approximately how many do I have to go forward here. Because at this moment, if I reattach this, this thing will, of course, start building out, which, whatever, it's fine for now. But if I jump down here and start to help it, remember that we've done section 1, and section 2. So you can think of these ones here as how many that there will be. There's the first one that didn't have the projection. That's at the front. There's the second one that has a projector that is holding a blueprint of the first one. And there is the third one which has a projector which is holding the blueprint of the first one, like this one here, and then that's holding a blueprint of this one. So if the math is right, when I run forward here and build all these out, boom, okay, that one built the next thing. We can see that because we've made that blueprint 3 times, we get 1, 2, 3 sections in total. And you just keep repeating that. You just do it forever, as many times as you need. It's beautiful. Ah, I'm so happy that I figured that out. And then as that one's building, it built this one, which then is gonna build the next one, which then they'll build the next one, which that'll build the next one, and these things will just go automatically down the line, kicking big ass. And it's gonna be great. I'm super duper excited about it. So, I'm gonna take a moment here, off camera. I'll just clean up that stuff there. And I'm going to recur this 10 times. And then I'm going to go into my single player world, and I'm going to set this at the beginning of the tunnel underneath the ice. As the tunnel is complete, from here all the way down to here. And so I want to get that tunnel built. So I'm going to quickly go and go through and recur this thing as many times as I do need. So I'm currently at section 1, section 2. I'm going to go until I hit tunnel section 10, because that means that then if I put down a projection, I'll get 10 tunnel sections. Let's go. But you guys don't need to watch that entire thing, because that would be just like almost a travesty of how boring it would be. So I will cut here, and through the power of editing magic, wow, look, hey, we're back in our tunnel. We're ready to start building this. Let's get started. I've done all the modular sections. And actually, it's kind of funny because it's alphanumeric. 10 shows up higher than 9. So it's section 1, section, recurring 1, recurring 10. But yes, tunnel section 10 times. We're ready to go. So we'll jump into here. Right, we should put the base digging drills and turn them off so we get rid of the shake. I want to turn my build and repairs off for the moment, as I don't want to have them start building stuff immediately. And we are going to recommission this one, which is the worm one. Projector worm. This is now the projector tunnel recursion. I believe that's how you spell it correctly. And for that, turn it on. We'll go to our blueprints and we'll go modular, and we'll go modular 10. Now, of course, it is completely off its rocker in terms of positioning here. So we need to orient it here. And if you remember correctly, the projection is at the front. So I want to make sure that it is oriented such that I want it. And I'm going to slide it back, actually. Here we go. Right there. Now, I don't want it to build the wall there. I'll do something before that. But I want to make sure that it built this build and repair at this location, because I want to have a build and repair underneath each section of 9x9 grid. So that way, absolutely everything is covered by multiple build and repairs, which would be a very good thing for future-proofing the base. Now, there are going to be some issues where there are, like, these blocks will not align with future build and repairs and the future things down this pathway, and I've got to clean out these connectors and clean out there's a bunch of stone inside of those connectors and stuff. So a couple things I need to do before we do this is I'm going to take these armor blocks out. And I'm going to go grab myself... take that armor block out. I might rebuild that, but whatever. I'm going to put some airtight doors there. As I want to have the same thing as the above, where I have the airtight doors. God, I can't see with all these goddamn projections on. Projectors off, thank you. My God. I want to have these airtight doors facing upwards to act as guards against people driving down. And I guess whatever, I'll throw a light armor block there. It's going to rebuild it anyway. And we'll go tunnel recursion projector, turning it back on again. And now you see these can't be built because they won't fit with the airtight door there. So that's fine. That'll work. But then... oh, I need to do it. Give me the plates, man. Thank you. The rest of the tunnel here can be built. And I can get a little bit of it started. That projector. If I grab what I need for a projector. Ooh, I need more things. And also I need to move this stone. Production, assembler, build me stuff for 10 projectors, please, because I will need it. Where is projector in here? There you are. Not the steel plate. I have tons of that. And I'm running into this issue constantly. Goddamn gravel. Okay. I need to build a programmable block temporarily to get the inventory sorting on this temporary base here. Because this is just being silly. Put it right. I'll put it right there. As so much stuff is getting all caught up, and I'm going to need to do this at least this time here. Like, there's just so much gravel, which I should probably delete a lot of it, but it's bunging up the assemblers and causing issues. And now it's working. Jeez, silly thing. So we should be able to set in the control panel the build and repairs back on. And if we go back down here, the world should start getting built at massive speed. And we'll set our basic assemblers here to... oh, they're getting tasked with stuff. Good. All right. Excellent. They're getting tasked with all sorts of stuff to build. And then that one will build the build and repair, and that will automatically start building out, and this entire thing will just go faster and faster and faster and faster. And it'll be absolutely beautiful. Oh, and we're done. Program sorting. Wherever it is, it's one of yeah, there we go. Izzy's inventory management. Okay, Izzy's. Have at it. You do what you wish to my station. And you keep things sorted. And hopefully that got everything out of the connectors. Ooh, it certainly didn't. It certainly didn't. At least not yet. Large cargo. It is still figuring out. Amp tools and those bottles. It's got stone in it. It doesn't know what to do with this much extra stone. Oh my god. Get everything out of those goddamn connectors so I can go down there and grind them all down. Man. But now, essentially, I'm building that tunnel. And I don't have to do anything. Like, the base will just build it. It'll automatically do its recursion. It'll automatically make more build and repairs, which will automatically continue to build. And everything will just be beautiful. Like, it's almost disturbing how nice that is. Oh my god, I filled that large cargo container. Shit. Come on, connectors. Be empty already. This is a lot of the connectors on the mobile field base. So that might be okay. But I'll get them all absolutely emptied out. Okay. Excellent. Every connector is empty. And this thing is... Oh, all containers of type tools are full. You should build more cargo containers. Yeah. I just need more of everything down here. My idea for that is to go and extend the tunnel this way a bit, back over here, and then just make a absolutely giant void, like 100 blocks in every direction, and have it so that you drive out on a catwalk suspended from a ceiling sort of feeling. And then there's just this pit, and it's just absolutely filled with refineries and assemblers. It'd be like my main like processing core of my playthrough. I think it'll look cool. And it's like just pile it all into the mountain. But we should be able to fall down the elevator shaft here. Get rid of that connector, which will then be replaced by a light armor block. This projector was built, revealing the next projector. Get rid of this connector. Allowing the next projector to be built, which will then build the next one. And we are off on an adventure of projectors. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And as we go down, everything is awesome. And we'll just have a tunnel. When I get until this this recursion ends with the 10 that I have stored in it, I can decide how far I've gone and how many more I need to do, and then just pick from my modular list here how many more I need to do, and then just put in that blueprint. And it automatically starts over again. Now, the only issue I have with this is I didn't think ahead. I didn't put in lights in each one, so that might be a little annoying. But that's like an afterthought. I just need to run down the hallway and put a light on every one. That'll take me 5 minutes. And the other really big issue is the fact that in this voxel below me, there is block. Specifically conveyor. I'd like to keep as much of the conveyor as physically possible. But you can see here, there's spaces where, say, the conveyor is there, but it needs to be a block, and the block is there, but it needs to be a conveyor for how it's going to work with my thing going forward. So I should be able to use spectator camera here, and I should, can I not? Come on. Can I not bring that up? I thought I'd be able to get inside the block. Ah, there we go. I can see the red lines outlining the block. I can paint it. And that should be my deletion red. And I can do that to this block as well. and I can make sure that these are ground down as required as we go along. There we go. Ah, beautiful. And then we can save as much of the underground piping as possible. Every single section here will automatically connect to the grid. It'll have connections so that if I need to in the future, I can have this tunnel turn at any point, and I can extend the conveyor grid outwards in that direction. Like, it's going to be absolutely wonderful when it's all done. And now, because this is so bloody automatic, like, I have a programmable block telling my assemblers what to build based on the resources from my massive amount of refineries. I have insane quantities of stone in there, so I have just every basic resource I could ever want. They're sending it down through the tube, down through the tube, over to here, down here, to the build and repair, which is then building the projector, which has a blueprint of a projector, that has a blueprint of a projector, blueprint of a projector, blueprint of a projector, going down and down and down and down and down the tunnel. To the point that when it all finishes, I'm going to have a fully decked out tunnel with like zero effort required in the actual process of building it. All I had to do was set it up. God damn, I love automation in Space Engineers. Like, I think what I could do, theoretically, is have it so that if you build a basic platform and you put a single projection down, I could have a cascading recursion projection on there with multiple blueprints into multiple projectors into multiple blueprints, that it would build an entire base. First, like the fundamentals, the requirements of it, like the conveyor tubing, the industry of it, then go through and put all the lights in, then go through and put all the furnishings in, then go through, like, do all these things in order as you get resources. So a new player, all they have to do is just literally put a single projector down and power it, and then feed it resources. And it'll all do the rest. It's so cool. But yeah, I'm gonna let this thing work its magic, and we can use this opportunity to get some kick-ass screenshots to use for the thumbnail. But that is going to be it for now. Recurring projectors, they are pretty awesome. Pretty useful, too. I hope you've learned something, and good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.